Hi, everyone. I can't believe that we are just about halfway finished through our course. I have loved reading and listening to all of your feedback, your experience with the content, your own writing experiences in your classes, as well as just your overall professional experiences. We have such a wide variety of different settings among us, and I think that is so beneficial to help us all grow as writing instructors, to hear about more experiences than just our own. In Module 2, you were able to dive into informational writing. You were able to analyze and apply some different skills and strategies that are effective for informational writing. And to understand that informational writing is a very broad genre. Within informational writing, there are exceptionally a copious amount of types of writing and types of text within informational. That umbrella is very large. And so it's important to consider that as a reader and as a writer. I look forward to reading your lesson plans. So your lesson plans that you're submitting tonight are a focused craft lesson. And this is so important because there are so many elements to writing. There are so many layers. When we are trying to improve our students' writing, we need to get specific and explicit. So when we do a craft mini lesson, we are able to identify a certain standard and a certain goal and improve that specific skill with our students. So, for example, if I was improving word choice, for example, I use my mentor text to identify that technique. I then go back to my own writing and improve that technique, and then I let the students do so. And if I have a class that all improve that one skill and improve their writing score that little bit, great. Now I've improved. We've actually made growth, and we can do something new next time. Again, it's important because there are so many layers to writing. Rather than giving this large rubric and saying, hey, do all of these things, we have the overview, but then we do these craft mini focus lesson plans so that we can improve our skills on an explicit level. So as we head into module 3, we're going to keep that mindset as we dive into narrative writing. I absolutely love narrative writing. It is something that we don't see as often in schools, but I'm hoping for a little bit more balance in the future. I always like to stay optimistic. All right, for your module 3, you will have your downloadable checklist. Again, you will have the same setup where you have your course text reading, your initial voice thread post due by Wednesday, your follow-up feedback post by Friday each week, and then discussion board post Friday, follow up by Sunday each week. So you'll have your voice thread for week 1, and discussion board post for week 1, voice thread for week 2, and discussion board post for week 2. You have your learning journal, and you also have your collaborative mentor text library, of course. I'm going to dive into the assignments because our assignments are just slightly different for this module. So for module 3, you will create another lesson plan with a similar template to what you did in module 2, except now we're focused on narrative writing. So with our narrative writing lesson plan, you will have a mentor text again. You will then model, and then of course the students will complete. In this lesson plan, the students are actually completing. So you are actually teaching this lesson. So this lesson can be taught to one student, a small group of students, or a whole class, whatever best fits your current setting. So everyone has different experiences. So however this best works in your setting right now is fine. Feel free to email me if you have any questions or would like clarification on that. I know that this might not perfectly fit into your curriculum right now, so it might need to be a little pull out or a subgroup. Do whatever works for you, but you do have to teach this lesson. As you are teaching this lesson, the end of it, the students will have produced a draft, not perfect, not complete. You won't have gone through the whole writing process, but at least a draft of a personal memoir. And because they have completed a draft, you will as well. Because you are modeling, you are becoming an insider. So, with this lesson plan, when you turn it in at the end of the module, you will turn in the lesson plan, you will turn in the students' writing, and you will turn in your own draft of a personal memoir. Okay? These are part of the this is part of the writing portfolio that we are beginning in this module and completing in module 4. In Module 4, we will dive into some revising techniques to improve our own writing. And that's where we will go back and really analyze our personal memoirs. We'll do some peer revising, some peer feedback. And we're going to be focusing on very specific techniques to improve our writing. So, again, you'll be doing that with your students as well as with your own piece of writing, which is such a wonderful experience. It's one of my favorite parts of this course is that at the end you come out with a personal memoir of your own. So, just be brainstorming and thinking about what moment in your life you would like to write about. It's so wonderful. People in the past have written these and given them as gifts, kept them for just their own collection and importance. People have written about family members who have passed away. People have written about important friends, the impact of a mentor at school, and just really just engaging moments, important moments in our lives that we want to record and hold on to forever. So just be thinking of that, what your topic wants you would like to be, how you can model that with your students, and what story that you want to really develop in these next two modules, because at the end you'll have an awesome piece of writing because of it. So we'll have our template, we have our rubric. I'm going to go ahead and open up our guidelines here for the portfolio so that you see the overview. Again, the portfolio starts in Module 3, but we finish it in Module 4. So here it tells you that candidates will compose, share, and respond to adult writing. You're going to link these learnings to children's writing, which is your instruction. You're going to experiment with the stylistic devices and literary techniques that professional authors employ in their own writing. Okay, so as we are analyzing mentor texts, we're going to be applying these in our own personal memoirs. And we're going to engage in collaborative revision with peer memoir drafts. That revision piece is not coming until Module 4. Module 3, your goal is just to begin a personal memoir. Okay, so your Module 3 submission will be the draft of your personal memoir, and you're going to begin a techniques log. So in a technique log, you're going to just list the techniques you used in the drafting process based on what you learned in Module 3. So as you're listening to the VoiceThread content, reading on your own, pay attention to the techniques that are being shared, the strategies that are being shared, and choose a couple or a few that you would like to apply in your draft. And then you're going to keep a list of that. All right. So I tried this technique, and then you're also going to include the sentences where you apply that technique. So you just start this technique log. It does not need to be submitted in Module 3 because in Module 4, we're going to add to that techniques log with our revision techniques. Okay. And there are examples here for you to preview. All right. So that was a very broad overview, but I just want everyone to know you are actually teaching this lesson. So be thinking about the next 2 weeks, how that best fits for you. Again, whether it's with one student, a small group of students, a large group, that's fine. Please email me if you're worried about any conflicts, and we'll figure out how you can do this. And then in Module 4, we'll be looking at revising the students' writing as well as your own. I'm looking forward to this experience. It's a great one for everyone. Thank you guys. Bye.